Urinary incontinence is a underdiagnosed and underreported medical condition that affects a whopping number of you, but it takes about 6 to 9 years for the average person with urinary incontinence to come to a doctor. For some reason, social stigmas or others, but it's a big problem, and we're going to address a few of them right now.
Well, you know, this is a matter that is quite dear and near to my heart. That is my bladder. It's actually not that near to my heart, but as you know, you kind of make fun of me every show. I have to take a trip to the washroom just a last minute before we go on air, but it's a good chance that I suffer from a syndrome called overactive bladder, where I get this twitchy sort of contraction of the muscles, and it makes me feel like I have to go quite frequently and urgently, sometimes over 8 times a day. And you know what? That's not uncommon. There's about 1 out of 6 adults suffer from this condition, and I wish you'd quit making fun of me.
I don't mean to, it just comes naturally. But you know, the problem is this, is that if you go to the bathroom 8 times a day or more, you have a pathology, you have a problem, and you have, leave a quarter. And what happens with this is that if your bladder is twitchy, you don't have to suffer with this. People with OAB know where every washroom is. They carry a little GPS. They know exactly where it is and where to go. So if you have this, see your doctor. There's lots of things that can be done about OAB. And see anybody who can really treat you. I wouldn't necessarily see Dr. Seeley. Another type of incontinence is called stress incontinence. And this is because it causes stress to the person who has it. It is a different type of problem. It is one where if you laugh or cough or sneeze, you may actually leak a little bit. This happens in women. Oh, welcome. Okay, that was quick. That happens in women, for example, who have a weak pelvic floor from giving birth to, say, children or a locomotive, or a man who's had a prostatectomy, prostate out. It weakens the bladder floor, weakens the support structure around the urethra and bladder, and as a result, when you cough, sneeze, or any of that stuff, welcome back, Rob, you can lose control of the bladder. But again, there's some things that can be done. Don't suffer for 6 to 9 years with stress incontinence or overactive bladder syndromes. There are lots of things that can be done, ranging from medications, of course, to simple little procedures or sling procedures, and that's to estrogens even for men or for women. Yes.
Yes. Did I miss anything?
No, you didn't. Okay. As long as you didn't miss the urinal, you're fine.
No, I'm fine.
That's good.
You know, there's another condition that I don't suffer from. We won't talk about all my medical concerns, but interstitial cystitis. Now, this is a condition also very common. About 80% of the time, it's due to women having this situation. It's mistakenly diagnosed as a urinary tract infection. So these are all sorts of conditions that we can talk about in the bladder, and see your physician to chat some more.
Yes. So if you have OAB, stress incontinence, or IC, then you see a doctor to get this taken care of.